All right, welcome to a Peter on Tour exclusive. We are taking a deep dive into Zurich, and trust me, we're going way beyond the usual cliches to uncover the city's incredible hidden layers.
So, when you picture Zurich, this is probably what comes to mind, right? The famous Bahnhofstrasse, a perfect symbol of Swiss efficiency, wealth, and, well, order. It's a city that feels like it runs with the precision of a Swiss watch. Everything just gleams.
But come on, is that really the full picture? Is Zurich just some sterile, hyper-efficient banking capital? Let's, dig a little deeper.
Because the second you scratch that polished surface, you find something way more interesting. You find a city with these deep layers of history, a kind of rebellious creative streak, and yeah, even a little bit of grit.
So let's peel back that first layer and dive right into Zurich's historic soul, the medieval Old Town, what they call the Altstadt. And this isn't just a place where history is kept behind glass, it's where it is still very much alive.
And right away, you're hit with this beautiful paradox. You step inside the ancient Fraumünster Church, and you're met with this breathtakingly modern art. These are Marc Chagall's stained glass windows. They totally reshape the medieval feel, just bathing the whole place in this incredible, almost otherworldly light.
And the church's history is just as unique. It was founded way back in 853, and for centuries, Fraumünster was an abbey, where the abbess was basically the ruler of Zurich. Think about that for a second. A woman with the power to mint coins and control trade, all the way back in the Middle Ages. That's a huge piece of the city's story.
Now look across the Limmat River and you see its theological counterpart. Those twin towers of the Grossmünster? That's where the reformer Huldrych Zwingli kicked off the Swiss-German Reformation. And that event didn't just change the church, it fundamentally reshaped Swiss identity for good.
And the stories just keep coming. Up on Lindenhof Hill, there's this great legend from 1292. The city's under siege, right? The men are away fighting. So what do the women of Zurich do? They put on armor, stand on the city walls, and trick the attackers into thinking the city's defenses were way stronger than they were. The enemy just retreated. The city was saved, not by brute force, but by pure cleverness.
And this really gets to the heart of it. The Altstadt is not a museum. You'll see university students grabbing coffee, locals doing their grocery shopping, bankers rushing to catch a tram. It's a totally vibrant, living part of the city, not some historical relic. Okay, so now let's explore the next layer, which builds on all this history in a really surprising way. We're going to jump from the ancient cobblestones of the Old Town to the raw, creative pulse of Zurich West. This is where the city's industrial past is crashing right into its innovative future.
This slide just lays out the contrast perfectly. In the Altstadt, you've got your ancient guild signs and ornate windows. But over in Zurich West, it's all about stacked shipping containers and converted railway arches. It honestly feels like two completely different cities living side by side. But here's what's so cool about Zurich West. They didn't just bulldoze the old factories to build something new. No, they took these forgotten industrial spaces, these old brewery complexes, and they reimagined them. They kept that industrial character, but breathed new life into them as art galleries, cool little boutiques, and theaters.
This quote from the manager of Frau Gorl's Garten, which is this awesome urban garden bar made out of shipping containers, it just says it all. The vibe here isn't about that polished perfection. It's informal, it's super creative, and it's just incredibly welcoming.
And from that creative hub, we move to our final, and you could argue most essential layer, the city's lakeside soul. This is where you really get a feel for the quality of life in Zurich. It's like the city's giant open-air living room. These promenades along Lake Zurich, they're some of the most democratic spaces in the whole city. They're totally free, open to everyone all year round. And that really speaks to this core Swiss value of community and making sure everyone has access to nature. Any day of the week, you'll see a real cross-section of Zurich right here, just sitting, strolling, and soaking in that incredible view. And in the summer, oh man, the lake really comes alive. Swimming in that crystal clear water isn't just for tourists. It's a cherished local ritual. People will jump in for a quick swim before dinner, just to wash off the day. It's their way of connecting with the city's natural heart. And of course, you can always hop on a boat. Seeing the city's skyline rise up from the water, with the Alps just sitting there in the background, it gives you a whole new perspective. You can see all the layers we've been talking about, the old church spires, the modern buildings, all from one spot.
And that's really the big takeaway. The lake isn't just some body of water the city happens to be next to. It is fundamental to Zurich's identity. It's democratic, it's accessible, and yeah, the daily rituals around it, They feel almost sacred to the people who live here.
So after all that, after peeling back all these layers, what is the real Zurich? Is it just that polished financial hub we started with? Nah, the real Zurich is a city of incredible contrasts. It's a city whose history was shaped by powerful, clever women. It's a place where you can wander down a medieval lane and stumble into a shipping container art gallery. And yes, it's a global financial hub where one of the most sacred rituals is just taking a swim in the lake after work.
Ultimately, Zurich is a city that doesn't show you all its cards at once. It's a place that really rewards curiosity, revealing its true, fascinating character one incredible layer at a time.
So, if you're ready to explore these layers for yourself, you can find the complete itinerary and a ton more insider guides to Europe's greatest cities over at peterontour.com. Happy travels!